So welcome back to another one of my vlogs. You know me as Wilson Meets Reese Travels, and I'm from www.traveltrash.co.uk. As I'm pretty much going to run over today is just basically kind of like Japan tips, like how to prepare yourself for your trip if you decide to go, which I do highly recommend. So I'm just going to go run over a couple extra things I've also got for my camera equipment, just because it's only just arrived, and kind of what they'll be used for. So just quickly with them, and then we'll run on to the extras. Everything I'll be talking about today in regards to the extras that I'll be mentioning that I recommend for you guys to get will be on the blog just below. And then if you are watching this from YouTube, I will put in my link also just below as well to my website, which is www.traveltrash.co.uk. Right, enough of that, and let's get on to the cool stuff. So you're wondering, what is this? So this is basically a stabilizer, and it's for the Nikon. So basically when I'm not using my drone, I pretty much will use this as much as I can, just to steady my shots as I will be going through Tokyo, Kyoto, or even Hokkaido. So I'll be going through quite a few places with this to be using. It'll be my sort of like first point of call. However, I do have another one that's going to be my main point of call, and that's for my drone. So you're wondering, can it be used? Yes, I do have a thing called like a katana, which is this basically cool, kind of ironic when I'm going to Japan as well. So basically the drone sits inside here, and then I've got a handheld, because the drone's got its own gyro, basically gimbal on the front. It's 3 axes, so it'll be pretty stable as I'll be moving around the picture. So this is be my main use, and also it's pretty sturdy, pretty good. I've had a go on it, just have to get used to them sort of like steps so it doesn't feel like I'm moving about too much. Right, enough of that. So in regards to planning for Japan, so there are quite a few things that you probably might want to think about. First of all is how you're going to travel out into Japan, whether it's train, car or buses. The most important will be train, in which case you'll be using a thing called a JR Pass, and whether it'll be buses, you can actually get quite a few local buses as well, night buses or night coaches that you can sleep on. However, they do take some time. And then hiring a car, so you can do pretty much them most free. I don't know about hitchhiking, it's not my sort of thing out there, but if it was in New Zealand, pretty easy to do. So pretty much with the train pass, this will be a Bible, practically the best thing that you need out there, and it is not very expensive. You can get them in 7, 14 and 21 nights. Just make sure you get the right amount, just because you can't buy these in Japan, so it is actually very important to do this beforehand. You have to buy them outside of Japan, so have it delivered to your home or to your hotel when you arrive out there. Prices range depending on what region you go for, whether it's the whole Japan, so they can be quite cheap all the way to quite expensive, just depends how large of a pass that you want. From there, if you decide train passes aren't this sort of thing and you don't want to do trains, then you can always get a car, but make sure you get one of these. So these are your IDPs, which is International Driving Permits. Very important for British not passport holders, driving license holders, just because they don't take out plastic cards. So you need one of these plus your plastic card. So make sure you do that. Otherwise, if you decide to drive or even do the Mario Kart tours around Tokyo, Osaka, or Kyoto, or so on, then you won't be able to drive them. So make sure you get one of these. Because it means a lot, and also you get a chance to even drive one of their old school Nissan GTRs out there if you have a moment. And if you do want to do that, then yes, very important. It's like a Bible. Other things as well is cash. As you probably know, Japan is pretty much a sole currency where they just use yen. So if you have US dollars, pounds, etc., it's practically useless unless you're going to a cash style converter or exchange, etc. Apart from that, this is what you're going to need. I tend to get a few bits and bobs with this before I go, so practically get a little amount of these, and it just means it's easier for me to get out there. Other things as well, if you're traveling out into Japan, you can use, or if you're traveling anywhere, you can get a thing called a Revolut card. There are quite a few other cards similar to that, however I use the Revolut one, and that gives you like the best exchange rate on the market, and it's practically on I think they're tap cards now as well, so it's pretty easy going on them, so I recommend practically using one of them as well. Like no overseas charges, which really helps you save some money as well, which is all about traveling. It's about how far you can go with as little money as you can use. From there as well, practically it's also important to remember the sort of route that you want to use, because that will save so much time. So with my sort of journey, we're starting off in Tokyo, heading all the way up north to Hokkaido, and we're going to be somewhere around here for a few days, and then we're going to head back down. At the moment I'm not too sure where it would be, all the way down to Hiroshima or just to Kyoto. We'll find out. It'll be sort of like a mystery tour just for me and you, and then that's practically it. So they're the most important things that you'll need to take with you. Just make sure travel insurance and stuff like that is up to date, but yeah, apart from that, that's as easy as it gets. So they're the main necessities, and that's pretty much all you need. If you want to pre-buy a